Hey guys, it's Sabirul here and welcome to another episode of Build Your Confidence on Stage. Now this is quite a short episode because I just want to highlight one very important aspect, especially post-performance. Now you probably have delivered an event or you're looking to go to an event and actually speak. And one of the issues that may arise, especially during a Q&A session, is that somebody doesn't agree with you. Somebody wants to counter what you've just said or have stated during your performance or any ideas that you've shared because they have a different opinion. So what are you exactly meant to do when someone counters what you've just said during a Q&A session post-performance? So when someone does decide to counter what you've said during a Q&A session, what are you exactly meant to do? Do you have a go at them? Do you make sure that it's a one-on-one clash with you and them on stage? Of course not. What you do is you acknowledge their opinion. You acknowledge their beliefs, their values, because everyone has and is entitled to their own opinion. But when you actually go before that, before you even come onto the stage, it's all about the planning you do. You don't want to leave any loopholes in your performance, because if you made a statement or you have an idea which you've shared, which can be a bit sort of to the head to a lot of people because it goes against general beliefs or general norms, you need to back it up with some form of evidence, some form of experience which suggests that your way of doing things is perhaps the better way compared to the norm or compared to the stereotype. So it's making sure that you have enough evidence to support that. But also, if let's say you keep aside the loophole issue, the second is when they do counter your message on stage, is making sure that yes, you respect their opinion, you understand that they're entitled to their opinion, but you also stick by your beliefs, you stick by who you are, because that is where the credibility itself comes from. And credibility in speaking industry is such a big factor that when you are performing, you don't want to say something for half an hour on stage and then someone counters you and then all of a sudden you agree with them on that. Maybe they're right in some aspects, you take that on board, you take it on the chin, but you reiterate your point, and that's how to acknowledge that. And finally, just to wrap up this episode, what I want to just quickly share with you is sometimes you will see people more senior than you sitting in the audience. They often hold much higher, more senior position than you, and it's good and it's sometimes often appreciated to acknowledge them during your performance. And that way you've built this sort of on-stage audience sort of relationship with them where they have that sense of gratitude and that sense of happiness. So you avoid them actually starting countering and questioning you. They might do that off stage at another point, but that's a different sort of argument altogether. But on stage, they wouldn't sort of stand you up in front of a large audience because you've acknowledged them, you've given them some form of gratitude. And that's important. So respect people who are in the audience. If you know them, you've come across, you've had a coffee with them, or you've gone for a meeting with them, acknowledge that. Hey, give them a hi, hello, or a wave, mention them during your performance, and that's all it is. So if someone does counter your message, just stick by your guns, appreciate their opinion, and make sure you don't go to a one-on-one war with them, because that in itself makes you look bad and you lose credibility. So I hope that answers that specific question. So I look forward to seeing you all next week for another episode of Build Your Confidence on Stage. Thanks guys for watching this episode. Now, if you're serious about kickstarting your career in public speaking, I'm launching the Build Your Confidence on Stage book and online modular public speaking course, where I will teach you the 4 pillars of public speaking, which include the speaker's psychology, the principles of public speaking, the performance masterclass, and the profession of a public speaker. So if you're keen on harnessing your public speaking skills and turning your passion for speaking into a lifestyle profession, then register your interest now by visiting www.buildyourconfidenceonstage.com. The link is below, and I look forward to supporting your public speaking learning journey. See you next week.